this is extremely ridiculous. I just thought of it. There's no pun intended when I say this. But I bet Nintendo didn't see that coming. Oh, girl! I'm the librarian, and I came to read. Y'all already know, each and every Wednesday we release an episode of For the Culture podcast. Make sure that you're going over there. Also, patreon.com/AdrianExpression, where you can get the best content first. And houseofexpression.com. Make sure that you guys are still going over there and getting your life. Speaking about getting life, let me fucking tell you that the news that I saw about Netflix apparently working with the creators, the original creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they said that they're going to bring that shit to Netflix and they're going to do it right. The nerd deep inside of me, I mean, when does it not, but it jumped out. The news is that it's going to be a live action thing. This is some of the concept art that has been going around in regards to this new development. I am excited because the creators specifically, they made it a point to say that we are not going to whitewash this cat. Like, we're not going to whitewash this shit. We're going to do this shit right. But I will have to be honest, when I first saw the news of this, like everyone else, I was very apprehensive. I was like, girl, the way that y'all had this Avatar movie over here looking like something that came from Microsoft Paint. I'm talking about Windows 94 type of tees. The way that y'all whitewashed the fuck out of this shit. The way that this shit was looking like some corny ass Twilight adaptation. I was so mad. I was like, news of this being a series and also live action, I was like, girl, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. But then the creators came out and the original creators said, girl, we're gonna get it right. We're gonna do it right. We ain't gonna be having Aang walking around here looking like something from Sean Cody. We're not going to do it. It seems like they don't want Aang or Sokka to be out here looking like the twink section of some of these sites. They said they're not gonna do it. So I'm ready to see where this shit is going. I want Appa to take me around the world and back, okay? And if he was able, I would ask him to take me around the whole universe so I can see Miss Captain Marvel come down. You see what the fuck I'm saying? They released a teaser. It's like a teaser trailer. It's not like official trailer. They released a teaser trailer of Miss fucking Captain Marvel. I'm mainly excited to see how her powers work. The fact that we got Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, who else? We got Thor, and we got fucking Wanda's ass. Hopefully if she gets her shit together, hopefully she's not waving around sparklers or, you know, playing with lighters. Instead, I hope she's actually changing reality, since that's her damn powers. Anyway, we got all those 4 people to go up against Thanos now. The teaser trailer looks like she's gonna serve me something. It raises a lot of questions and it drops a lot of Easter eggs. Let me tell you something about Marvel. They know how to make a movie. They know how to produce a movie. They know how to edit a fucking trailer. I'll tell you that right now, because the way that they presented this fucking trailer made, and it's no shade to her because I don't really know her shit like that, but she really does give me soccer mom type of tease. She doesn't, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far, she doesn't demand my attention when she's on the screen. Hopefully this movie will change that for me. I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe a more detailed trailer will let me see what she's bringing. She's, as I said, she gives me all types of PTA meeting type of tease. Can I speak to the manager? Marvel really knows how to present a trailer, because that shit was sickening. I mean, I liked it. Katie Hopkins, all that talking that your ass was doing, all the bigotry that you were spreading around the globe, especially on your Twitter platform, all of the racism that you allowed to spill out of your pus-drenched mouth, all of the displays of prejudice and discrimination that you have allowed your Pinocchio, you know, wooden puppet built ass body to act out. It seems like they backfired. I don't understand why. Apparently, girl, if you don't know, Katie Hopkins had to she bankrupt as fuck. Her money out. This shit is fucked up. So Katie says, you, instead of, you know, focusing your attentions on minorities around the fucking world, instead of focusing your attentions on how you can block minority groups from achieving any type of success or any type of voice or platform in countries around the world, what you could have been doing is contacting an accountant. What you could have been doing is seeing if there are any paid gigs, somebody who would be willing to listen to your explosive diarrhea built ass rhetoric. That's what you could have been doing. But instead of doing that, instead of trying to see how you can get your credit score up, you decided to be a bully. And now the clown, she always comes back to bite, sis. I really hope that you get it together. Usually when people are filled with that much hatred, there's always something else going on. And girl, if you were broke, you should have just said something, girl. Put up a GoFundMe, sis. You know what I mean? Why do you have to, I mean, girl, if you were really that broke, you should have sat your ass down, ate your food, and shut your ass up. We didn't didn't want to hear all this racist shit. You know what I mean? Just years of having to endure your just nails on a chalkboard built ass voice every time you see a nigger walk by. It's so new. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, and you're feeling bad. As I said, I hope that you get it together. Somebody else who I hope get it together is Tamara Ass. Now she's always on the real. Wherever the fuck I don't know if it's the real, the view. It's all the same to the many-faced God. But she was on one of them shows, girl. She said, "Oh my God!" I mean, we're talking about a whole other topic having to do with someone's relationship, but she had to bring in her white husband. She just said this:
"We don't know what goes on in their relationship. Like, there's some people who think that my husband is racist because he worked for a certain channel. I'm gonna look in that camera right there and let everybody know my husband is not a racist."
Now, sweetie, I don't know why she's over here talking like Warden from Holes. Do you remember that shit? Y'all remember watching Holes, the Disney movie? Why? I don't know why she switched from talking like how she speaks to talking like Warden. Or like Warden's grandpa, when she was just like, "Grandpa, I don't want to dig these holes, man." And he was like, "That's too damn bad." Sis, ain't nobody worried about your Fox News job having ass husband. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody worried about that shit. It seems to me like you're worried because you're constantly having to come and just defend him. And it's like, girl, we're not pressed. To me, it seems like you're trying to prove that to yourself. And I hope that you have peace of mind, because the way that you're over here popping off like that, to me, it looks like you're insecure about a lot of things in that relationship. It doesn't look like you're happy. Because somebody who is secure in that shit don't have to bring that shit up 10 times a goddamn day. And that's just the tea on that. I hope you find the peace that my ears always beg for when I have to hear you speak. The writer Mark Saltzman, who wrote a lot of stuff for Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street, he's won like 7 Emmys. He said recently that, "Oh yeah, I always interpreted Bert and Ernie as gay." And that's just the tea on that. When I was writing the shit, that's what it was in my head, even if it is not said explicitly. And so news was spreading around, and honestly, a lot of the reaction was just like, "Girl, we been new." Like, don't they share an apartment? Girl, the whole reaction was just like, "Sis, we've been new. I caught it 20 years ago. It's not really that surprising," and we moved on about our business. And then here comes the official Sesame Street fucking Twitter account. Okay, the official account. We ain't talking about the writer. We're talking the official type of tease. They released a whole statement. They said, "As we have always said, Bert and Ernie are best friends." I'll skip around. "Even though they are identified as male characters and possess many human traits and characteristics, they remain puppets and do not have a sexual orientation." And I'm just like, number one, it's really interesting to me, because if there were rumors going around that a Muppet was straight, nobody's company would be releasing a whole ass statement about how the Muppet, even though it has all the other characteristics of humans, it don't have a sexual orientation. Okay, that's number one. Number two, people are trying to argue that, "Oh no, girl, they're talking about asexual." It's like, girl, first of all, they were trying to erase gayness, so that's number one. Number two, they didn't say that they didn't say that the Muppets were asexual. They did not go into that nuance. They said they don't have no orientation. They just took the easy way out, girl. They don't like nobody, and that's just that. They did not speak with this with no type of education or nuance, okay? Number three, what about Miss Piggy and Kermit? Like, y'all are not fooling anybody. I know that every decision a company makes is to just make more money. That's all they want to do. I'm sure they're reflecting what a lot of the parents who have kids who watch Sesame Street, I'm sure they're just reflecting what those parents feel. They don't want their kids watching no gay shit. They're trying not to exclude whatever audience they have. But this shit, y'all could have just not said anything, and honestly, that would have been so much better. If this is what we're gonna get as a response to this shit, y'all might as well have just kept it. It was stupid. It was stupid! And it's just crazy as a gay person watch all the media looks like this. Humans fall in love with bees. Humans fall in love with beasts. I mean, humans and aliens getting together, but the minute it's gayness, oh my God, the children. Nigga, y'all were just reading a whole Beauty and the Beast, and the whole motherfuckers out here kissing frogs. You know what I mean? What are y'all talking about, all the children? And growing up gay and looking at all that shit, that people would rather watch humans get involved with animals and aliens versus having two men lightly kiss each other on the cheeks. Oh, bitch, it's gonna be war. Like, girl, y'all are tired, and the bigotry is showing. Even when y'all try to hide it. Now for one of the moments you've been waiting for. The media picked up on Stormy Daniels, and her ass was saying that when she was engaged in certain activities with the Cheeto-in-Chief, okay? With the tiring toupee, with the wilting widow's peak himself. Okay, when she was engaged in those activities, she said his member, his peen, was constructed like a Mario Kart character. She said it looked like a toadstool, it looked like Toad. I'll put up a picture for your cackling and laughing needs. That's what she said it looked like. And I was hollering. I think at first Nintendo saw this shit trending. They were like, girl, we're trending, a kiki. And the girls were like, sis, this might not be what you want to be trending for. They are saying that the presidential peen is constructed like a whole ass, I'm talking about Prego mushroom, you know what I mean, spaghetti sauce type of teas, pasta sauce, mushroom pasta sauce. That girl said she's giving you mushroom teas, girl. I'm sitting over here, when I seen that shit, I was about to fall out. I let out a yell in my fucking apartment, and I know that Zeus himself heard me. I'm sure that I could have lived my whole life without knowing that information. I'm sure that I could have, you know, progressed to 30 years old, 40 years old without knowing, without coming in contact with the knowledge that Donald Trump's decaying sausage is constructed like a Nintendo character. I promise. I promise you I would be A-okay without knowing. But now that I do, girl, I'm going to clown it. I'm gonna clown it. Donald Trump is out here giving the girls mini mushroom magic. I just whoa, oh. I'll end it on this, Brett Kavanaugh. They're coming for that wig. They're coming for that wig. They're digging up the receipts like you didn't clean your car out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They're digging up the receipts like it's a church mother's purse. They're digging up the receipts on that ass. Even Republicans are like, girl, we might have to postpone this shit. Y'all already know Kavanaugh. I like to call him Pizza Face because that's exactly what he's giving me. And no, it ain't no coupon for that shit. Garlic sauce won't even make that shit better. Ain't no stuffed crust that can do that justice. We need to get Pizza Face ass out of here. I'm tired of hearing about his ass. I'm actually tired of talking about his ass. So the sooner that he gets his pasta bowl face shaped head ass, I mean pasta bowl that has gone bad. So the sooner that he gets away from me, the easier I can breathe. And that way you and I and our noses can have a good goddamn eat.